All right guys, we're back. Another Pro Team Journal coming your way. Tristan McCormick here. We're on my home lake, Kentucky Lake. It is October, it is cool, I'm bundled up. But that being said, it's my favorite time of year. The Strike King Sexy Dawg is coming out to play today. You know, our main source of food for these fish here, smallmouth and largemouth, are big gizzard shads and thread fins. And these fish are chasing these bait and gizzards and thread fins up on the shallow bars, and that's when that Sexy Dawg comes into play. So hey, we're gonna go out there today, chunk around a bunch of different colors. I have the regular Sexy Dawg, I have the bitsies, and I have the Mega Dawg on. So with that being said, you guys should see some amazing blow-ups today. I'm excited, like I said, cool weather, hey, and they're biting the top water.
This is a different Pro Team Journal.
Now I'm done. Got it. Big one, real big one.
So day one, we put in New Johnsville, which is kind of on the north end of the lake. You know, it's a little bigger body of water. It's not necessarily a river. Conditions started out tough. Looking out in the morning, we had slick calm, zero wind, and that's not very good for throwing a topwater, you know, especially as shallow as these fish are. And I knew at some point today the wind was going to blow. Got out here on the water, and I have a bunch of different Sexy Dawgs tied on, anything from bone to sexy shad to black. This is probably my favorite setup. This is all brand new Hyper Mag, super light. It's a 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, and I have it paired with the brand new Custom Light. This is a 7-foot medium light action fast, but for me, I'm a big guy, so I like a shorter rod when I'm working a spook, because out here on Kentucky Lake, we're throwing it all day long, and you know, it wears you out with a bigger rod. So for me, I like a shorter rod. I can load this rod up and bomb this thing a mile. So, like I said, and you know, I got the big Mega Dawg tied on. Hopefully get some blow-ups on her, but you know, just a bunch of different assortments of colors, and we're just, you know, sometimes they're picky about the colors, sometimes they're not. I have the hard knocks on, I got silence on. Just a little bit of everything, so we're gonna give them all to it today and see what happens. The topwater bites like plus 1,000 on my chart. It's a lot of fun. It can be heartbreaking, you know, too, because doing this, I mean, you'll see them come up, and you know, it's treble hooks, so you're gonna lose them, and it can be really heartbreaking and really rewarding at the same time. The deal with topwater is you gotta have, you know, throughout a tournament standpoint, like an 8-hour period, you gotta have, in my head, it's like 15 blow-ups, you know, to land 5 good ones. So it's, you know, a blow-up to catch ratio is not that good 90% of the time, but some days, you know, you can't do nothing wrong. So the Sexy Dawg, you know, one, it's a good casting bait. You know, you can cast it a long ways. It don't wobble in the air, you know, or fly like a crankbait necessarily. It's just a straight shot. It's like a pencil flying through the air. And like this one's a hard knock, so it's really loud and covering water. You know, a topwater is made for covering water and locating fish. And I just love, I mean, I've thrown a Sexy Dawg since I was probably 12, 13 years old, and it's just a good bait that's been around for a long time. And I really, really like this new hard knock. You know, we just spiced it up a little bit, a little louder sound, and the colors are good. And you know, it's all about the setup and your equipment, and you got to have confidence in what you're throwing. So my confidence bait, and you know, September, October, November is a Sexy Dawg. So day one, we started out down in New Johnsonville, which is, you know, kind of a bigger part of the lake. There's more main river bars out there. Flat calm, no wind, and bluebird skies, and that is the recipe for a disaster on topwater. But that's the thing here on Kentucky Lake, you know, just locking that Sexy Dawg in your hand and covering water and putting it in front of them, and eventually you're going to get 5 of the right ones in the boat. This time of year, you just lock this thing in your hand and you throw it all day. I mean, you'll go all day, and you know, we'll run into a little group of them later, or you know, whenever, might be up here, and there'll be 2 or 3 bites, and it's just, they run in like wolf packs up here. Change up colors. It's a little too flat for bone. And I burn the tag end of it. It's where that, if it slips, that it's kind of burnt right there, so it'll catch it. Just a little tip. Just a little bitty guy. Little one. Eat it. Oh, he's little. Yeah, we're on him. We're on them today, folks. Oh, I see you, sapsucker. He hit it like he meant business. Oh, you sucker. We're on them. Y'all wanted fish, right? Oof. Oh my God, that was a gigantor. Giant brown one. Oh, that's a big largemouth. That's what eats the spook, ladies and gentlemen. That's a full grown one right there. I mean, a sure enough grown one. It's a 4 or 4.5-er. Pretty one. Short and fat. Fall time fishing, I know it's been tough, but look, the wind's starting to pick up. And that's what you want in these conditions on Kentucky Lake, because when that water's really flat, they get such a good look at it. You know, get a little ripple on here, these fish actually start committing to it. That's a good one. Yeah, so going into 2024, I already got my new boat. I'm pretty dang excited, and you guys are gonna see what the wrap's gonna look like. And we really hadn't announced it yet. I don't think we're going to until I get everything wrapped, and to say I'm excited is an understatement. But you know, running the 2024 Phoenix, I changed boats this year just because of contingency money. You know, if I ended up winning one, it's that extra $35,000 is nice. So 2024 is gonna be a big year, a lot of travel, a lot of tournaments, and I'm gonna be gone a long time. But it's gonna be a good year. I have a good feeling about it. I ain't that big. Not a bad one though. It's not a bad one. It's got to get around some. Healthy fall fish. Eating a topwater. Oof, it's hard to beat. Sexy Dawg to the face. I keep saying, it's been a pretty slow day, honestly. We've had a couple blow-ups here or there, but it's just you've got to keep covering water. Oh, that's a good one right there. A good one. Old Sexy Dawg strikes again. God, they're so pretty, man. Pretty one. Back off a little bit of that, Zach. It's a pretty one. Good old Kentucky Lake Special. Probably a 3 pound.
Hi, Kevin Van Dam here, and I can tell you a whole lot has changed in my life over the last year. I went from a full-time tournament angler after 33 years of being on the road to a full-time television host. But the one thing that hasn't changed is my passion for cooking outdoors. I absolutely love it. Whether I'm on the road, filming a show, or I'm here in my backyard, and you can see I've got a lot of Weber grills here to cook from. They make it easy. They've got an option for anything that I want to do, from a flat top to a pellet grill to a charcoal grill, electric grills, tailgating, anything that I want, big, small, a large scale. If I want to do a big event, I've got an option, and they just really do it right. To find the right Weber grill for your needs, go to Weber.com.
Day 2 we put in up here in what's called the river area. What I call a river, it's a lot more narrow. It's not really spaced out. It fishes like a river system. And that's the cool thing about Kentucky Lake. We have kind of 2 different aspects of the end of the lakes where you can go up there in the river or you can go out, they call it like the lake area. So what necessarily we did today, we still threw a Sexy Dawg around, but we mixed in a Rage Swimmer 275. There's a lot of spotted bass up here, and spotted bass love that little Rage Swimmer. So we caught a bunch of fish. It's a numbers game up here. You go through a lot of spots, smallmouth and largemouth. You can catch all 3 up here. All right, guys, so this is day 2. You guys saw yesterday, caught a couple nice ones, nothing too crazy, but we changed up our tactics for day 2. We're way up here in the river. The water's still really drawn down, and this part of the river gets really narrow, so it all congregates them. So it's super narrow, and we're fishing a lot of the mouths of these little creeks and pockets because they're all grouped up right here at the mouth of these creeks. There's no place else for them to be, so there's a lot of spotted bass up here. I'm sure we'll catch a bunch of them today, and some big smallmouth, some big largemouth. So, we're gonna see how many we can catch today. And for me, if I got them pulling on my line, I'm happy. It's not all about catching big ones all the time. I love catching bass, and I don't care if they're 1 pound, 2 pound, or 3 pound, or 10. It don't matter. What we do here? Sucker about. That was cool. Wait, hold on, wait, my rod's moving. That's funny. It's a little bitty spot. spotty. Old spots. Ooh, quit. Oh, better one. Old spotted bass. That's the cool thing about coming up here in the river. Catch some nice spots. I mean, it ain't 2 inches deep where he was up there. He hit it like a good one. They're fun though. Sexy Dawg, first thing in the morning. Healthy one. Not a bad one. Nice little spotted bass. A little rage swimmer action. A little rage swimmer 275. These spotted bass love this little swim bait. Not a bad one. God, look at that one with it. That one with it's a freaking big one, dude. What can I throw? God, that one with it was a big one. It's a good one. Pretty little spotted bass, under 275. It's fat and healthy. This little rage swimmer is like, that's the size of bait they're feeding on, so it's a good little match of the hatch, if you want to call it. You know, so throwing a Sexy Dawg around, especially out here on Kentucky Lake where you're throwing it all day long, your equipment is very, very important. So my Sexy Dawg setup is the brand new Hyper Mag. It's all new redesigned Hyper Mag frame, E2, everything. It weighs just over 5 ounces, so it's super, super light. And I had it paired with a brand new custom light series of rods. It's a 7-foot medium light. So for me, the Hyper Mag and the custom light rod is a Sexy Dawg setup. One bad little spot. Quit, buddy. Fun little guys. Again, just chunk around the Sexy Dawg. Just name of the game this time of the year is just cover water. Even this time of year, you know, like this weekend, I have a big tournament coming up and I'm gonna throw a Sexy Dawg all day long. Just because, I mean, I feel like that's your best chance to catch a big bag right now. Because, you know, they're feeding on big gizzards and they're super shallow and there's really nothing else you can throw. Like on the north end of the lake, I mean, you can throw a bunch of stuff where we're at now, but like bar fishing and, you know, point fishing, they're just sitting so shallow that, you know, a Sexy Dawg is mainly your #1 source. And I stick with it, you know, all day long, 8 hours, you know, tournament standpoint, and just throw it all day long. And I mean, you gotta have at least 10 blow-ups and, you know, to have a chance at catching 5. I mean, because they're gonna have big blow-ups and they're not gonna get it. I mean, like you guys have seen today, but it's just a numbers game, and just keeping it in your hand and locking it in your hand. It's my favorite time of year to fish, so because I get to throw a topwater. So today you guys saw me cover a lot of water, and you know, we're filming, we're trying to make a TV show, but it's something about being out there on the water. My brain starts clicking and it's like I go in a tournament mode. You know, I keep looking down at the clock. In my head, I got 8 hours to do it, so I start fishing fast and covering a lot of water. But it's just the instincts of mine. When you're out here every day doing this, you know, cutting your teeth on the tournament trails, it's hard not to think about it and just sit back and relax, even if it is, you know, filming a TV show. It's hard. It's a hard life as a tournament angler. still underneath it. Oh my gosh, dude. Gosh dang it, dude, that was a grown one. That's a giant. Big smallmouth. No, that's a largemouth. It's a good one though. Well guys, I think that's where we're gonna end it. You know, the Strike King Sexy Dawg, we've caught a ton of fish today. This is by far the biggest one. It's a lot of fun though throwing this bait. It's fall time, you know, October. This is what you hunt for though all day long. Throwing the Sexy Dawg, big fat healthy shad eaters. Kentucky Lake guys, it's a special place, and make sure you guys go get you some hard knock Sexy Dogs and the Bitsies and the Juniors. We also caught them down a Rage Swimmer 275, so you know what? It was a great day. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time.